and conditions apply.
It's the Cable's April Giveaway Frenzy, where everyone wins. Sign up today for a new internet packet and get blazing fast internet speeds from the Cable. And how about TV? Sign up for Ultra TV and get over 90 channels at an ultra cool price. And everyone who signs up gets to pick from a treasure trove of amazing prizes. Picture yourself enjoying your favorite shows, movies, news, and sports on Ultra TV, or streaming your favorite series, without the buffering. Get the best of both worlds, while also winning incredible prizes, from cash to groceries to gift cards from Shein or Amazon, even a weekend getaway. It's all part of the Cable's April Giveaway Frenzy. It's time to get the best broadband and the most Ultra TV experience. Sign up with the Cable between now and April 30 to receive this special offer. Call 465-2588. Visit us in store or sign up at www.thecable.net. The Cable, always giving you more. Terms and conditions apply.
The specials at Domino's are hot, hot, hot for any occasion. Hot right out of the oven. 1 medium, 2 topping pizza, and 2 20-ounce Cokes, only $35. Free Coke with your lunch until 2 p.m. Small, 1 topping school child lunch special, only $14. 2 medium, 2 topping pizzas, and a 2-liter soda, only $69. 2 large, 2 topping pizzas, and a 2-liter soda, only $92. Oh, and the big one, baby. Free large pizza every Tuesday with your favorite 2 for Tuesday special. So, come on down or call and order now and experience our tasty oven-baked goodness. Domino's, the home of satisfaction.
For hot and wild, call Domino's.
ZIZ Radio, entertaining the nation, enjoyed by the world.
From the heart of ZIZ Radio comes a political talk show like no other. The Edge, with host Devonne Cornelius giving you his take on the biggest stories happening in governance today. Got something to say? Let's hear it. Give us a call at 869-465-2555, Monday to Friday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon. 1 solid hour of in-depth analysis of the machinery that makes our country tick. The Edge, cutting into the matters at hand.
Hello and welcome to The Edge for Monday, April 15th, 2024. I'm Devonne Cornelius, and thank you so much for joining me on the program for today. Good morning to those of you residing in St. Kitts and Nevis, those of you in the Caribbean region, and those of you residing in further parts or other parts of the diaspora, the United States of America, the UK, and Canada. Good morning again, and thank you so much for joining me on today's edition of The Edge. This program is being carried live on ZIZ TV, ZIZ social media platforms such as our YouTube channel and Facebook page. When we open the phone lines later, you can call us at 465-2555 or 718-577-2916. An opportunity for you to share your views, opinions on the topics that we will be discussing today. But again, thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to a fruitful conversation with you for today. It's the beginning of a new week, and so I hope that you had a restful or a peaceful weekend, and I hope that you were able to do what you had set out to do, whether it be to spend time with yourself, spend time with your friends and family, work on a project that you have perhaps been procrastinating on for quite some time, and everyday life things. But I am happy, to be alive on this beautiful Monday morning, and as I said, I look forward to speaking with you. So, looking at what is happening here in St. Kitts and Nevis across different sectors of the economy And I want to begin with the area of sports and what has been happening there. And I'll shift to something later, but of course, hearing from you. So, this is with regards to the new Connery Football Stadium. And I will share with you some brief highlights of a groundbreaking ceremony that took place a few days ago. So it reads, and this is from the St. Kitts and Nevis Information Service, Prime Minister Dr. Drew, or a promise made by Prime Minister, the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, to transform the football area in Connery into a host venue for St. Kitts and Nevis Football Association Premier League football matches, is now being realized as work to construct a stadium there has commenced. The groundbreaking ceremony for the new football stadium was held on Wednesday, April 10th, 2024, at the Connery Playfield. It was attended by officials including Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew, who is also the elected parliamentary representative for the area, Minister of Sports the Honorable Samuel Duggins, and a host of residents from the Connery community, as well as members of the Sol Island Otto Connery football team and Connery Fireballs international football team. The new two-story pavilion will be outfitted with bathroom facilities, changing rooms for home and away teams, bleachers, a media center, and commentators' booth and bars. The stadium will also be accessible for the differently abled. Duggins said they anticipate that this new facility, when completed, will serve as a catalyst for fostering greater community spirit across the entire village of Connery through sports and other organized activities. Quote, I believe the stadium, when completed, will stand as a centerpiece for the Connery community, a place where we can all come together and support their football teams, a place where we can all come together and have activities, end of quote, said Minister Duggins. The minister also commended the community members who added their opinions and feedback on the project during past town hall discussions with ministry officials. The suggestions helped to inform the pavilion design to meet the interests of the community. Constructing a new stadium at the Connery Playfield was a campaign pledge of Dr. Drew in 2022. Speaking at Wednesday's ceremony, Prime Minister Drew said, quote, the good people of Connery gave me the opportunity to serve on August 5th, 2022, and before the second anniversary of that opportunity you afforded me, we are actually in the process of constructing Connery Football Stadium, end of quote. The Prime Minister commented further that the sport of football runs deep throughout the Connery community, with its football club being a regular fixture in the SKNFA's top-tier football league for many years. The Prime Minister applauded the community-based teams for their efforts to positively engage youth from the area and steer them away from anti-social elements. He encouraged residents to stay positive and to continue working to uplift the people and community. That is in the area of sports, a new football stadium for the Connery area. And I particularly love the mention that was made with regards to the community and football positively engaging the youth, engaging the young people in the area, and steering them away from antisocial elements. And you guys would oftentimes hear me speak on this, where at times, we are quick to highlight the shortcomings of our nation's youth. And while, yes, there have been shortcomings, it is still important for us to highlight the good work that they have been doing and the contribution that they have been making. And so with the addition of this stadium, I'm hoping that the youth in the Connery and surrounding areas would use it, and that this would aid in their personal and professional development. Professional development in the sense that, you know, those who are interested in the sport of football, having this stadium that is expected to meet international standards would help to prepare them for the real world. It is 9 minutes past the 11 o'clock hour, and you're listening to The Edge on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. Thank you so much for joining me on the program for today, and I look forward to speaking with you. If you're just tuning in, I just shared that the government has commenced work on the new Connery football stadium, and the groundbreaking ceremony was held last Wednesday, April 10th, and this is an investment that I hope the young people in the area and young people generally who are involved in the sport of football would take advantage of. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll continue our conversation for today.
Get ready, St. Kitts and Nevis, for the first annual Jesus in the City Parade and Festival on Saturday, May 18th, 2024 at the Warner Park Stadium. Celebrate love for God and love for people throughout the city with festive floats, live gospel bands, choirs, costumes, banners, and paraders filling the streets of downtown Bastille with praise and worship. The opening festivities kick off at 11 a.m. with the parade leaving Warner Park Stadium at 12 noon, moving along city streets and returning to the stadium for a grand gospel concert celebration. Enjoy music featuring special international guest artists, local bands, food, and festivities for the whole family. Come lift up the name of Jesus in the city on Saturday, May 18th, 2024. To register your church, enter a float, secure a vendor booth, or to become a sponsor, visit jesusinthecity.com or call 662-8911.
Jesus in the city, hands in the air.
Join us every Wednesday for In Focus, a weekly talk show produced by the St. Kitts Nevis Information Service, where we provide exclusives with key persons within the government and discuss pertinent, relevant, and interesting matters that affect us all. Tune in every Wednesday, live on ZIZ Radio and streamed live on Facebook at SKNIS Media and ZIZ Online. In Focus, your government, your business.
Hello and welcome back to The Edge on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. I'm your host, Devonne, Cornelius, and thank you so much for joining me in the program for today. It's Monday, April 15th, 2024. I'm getting a bit of an echo. I'm getting some echo. Can you? Okay, it sounds... Okay, it's a lot better now. I was getting a bit of a feedback there. It's 12 minutes past the 11 o'clock hour, and you're listening to The Edge for today. If you're just tuning in, I spoke on the government commencing work on the new Connery Football Stadium, and the groundbreaking ceremony took place last Wednesday, April 10th. And at that ceremony, remarks were delivered by the Prime Minister and the parliamentary representative for that area, Dr. Drew, and the Minister of Sports, Samuel Duggins. We'll open the phone lines early and have an interactive conversation with you, the listeners of 96.1 FM. Call us at 465-2555 or 718-577-2916. So we can, let's have a conversation about this. And I also want to look at, well, the two things that we'll be looking at today: the construction of the new Connery Stadium and strategies for resolving water issues. We are aware of the fact that St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Kitts in particular, St. Kitts and Nevis, but in this case, St. Kitts in particular, is facing a water crisis. And there have been significant challenges. People have been reporting that they've been out of water for quite some time. The Prime Minister, during his roundtable last week, spoke to a number of measures and a number of steps that they are taking to actively address the situation in terms of having the water trucks go throughout the various villages and communities to provide water. And the drilling of wells, they are actively working on that. We had a conversation on this last week, but I thought it would be great to go back to this conversation. And we also looked at the climate change aspect of this with less rainfall. Do we wait until the rain stops falling to scramble, or do we do the necessary planning to ensure that when this comes, when less rainfall, that we are prepared to provide water to our people, that we are prepared? And when I say we, I'm talking about everybody here, government, community, what have you, to ensure that we are prepared for whenever there is less rainfall and whenever we are experiencing less rainfall. The phone lines are open and we're taking your calls. 465-2555 or 718-577-2916. That is our overseas line. You can call us and lend your voice to the conversation. While we wait your calls, I just wanted to go through what was shared by the Prime Minister when he made mention of some of the strategies and some of the things that they've been doing to address the water situation. So Prime Minister Drew said that the water shortage problem is not unique to St. Kitts and Nevis, noting that several other Caribbean islands have been experiencing this issue. He highlighted studies showing that the water crisis is a result of decreased rainfall linked to climate change. He said, quote, "The climate change that has always been spoken about is upon us, and we have to make sure that we adapt to the change." Dr. Drew explained that the government is temporarily deploying water trucks to areas impacted by the water crisis as an interim solution, while comprehensive projects aimed at resolving the issue are finalized. These developments include the completion of the well in Cayon, addressing the issue in Shadwell, and the development of a desalination plant in Keys. Dr. Drew also discussed the establishment of a water tank factory within the Federation. He said a local private company has approached the government and NHC and put together an agreement so that the private company can make the investments in these water tanks, which will see a significant drop in the price for the tanks, and also that company envisage that it will be able to sell these tanks to the OECS as well. And so it is not just selling in St. Kitts and Nevis, but across the OECS region. And this reminds me of a conversation we had some time back about looking at investments that could be had, whether it be in St. Kitts and Nevis or in other countries, and seeing how we can share those investments or share those resources. Because one, the cost of production or the cost of operation. And so instead of having the same resource or the same investment within such a close space geographically, why not we have something in St. Kitts and people, let's say, in Anguilla or people in Antigua and Barbuda could could benefit from that. And so it helps to stimulate not just their economy, but of course our economy as well. And vice versa, where we have things in Antigua or Anguilla or what have you, just naming these countries randomly, and our people here can take advantage of those services, take advantage of or access to the resources that are being offered there. And so I know this is basically in the preliminary stage in terms of the water tanks, the water tank factory, because we've not received any more details on this. But according to the Prime Minister, there's a local company that has approached the government and the National Housing Corporation to see how they can have these tanks sold here and sold across the OECS. As we know, countries in the OECS, they too are experiencing water shortages. Now, they having storage, proper storage facility must also form part of the conversation. We can't be serious about, and we can't say that we are serious about saving water if we don't have proper storage facilities. And this has to do with all of us. You can't be serious about, we are adapting to climate change, or we are adapting to the changes that are being made in the environment, but we don't have proper storage facilities. And I, for one, have had this conversation on many occasions with a number of people in the community in terms of what can we do to properly conserve water. What can we do to properly conserve water? And you would hear people speak about having building codes or building plans being adjusted or upgraded or updated, whatever you want to call it, where going forward, constructing a home, you either have to include a cistern or you must make provision for a tank. And so whatever monies have been approved to construct that property, having a cistern or a tank or some sort of water storage facility should be included in all of that budget. In 2024, quite frankly, we should not be constructing homes without any capacity to save water or to have water flow throughout the home. If not government water, of course, but from the rain water, right? But in this day and age, and not just homes, but commercial buildings, government buildings, all of these must be equipped with storage facilities if we are serious about saving water. It also brings into the conversation having solar energy and all of these things. While those things may be a bit more costly, I think this is the first step in terms of proper storage facilities. It's 11:21 and we're going to begin taking some calls. Now let's take our first call for the morning. Caller, good morning and welcome to the program. How are you?
I'm good, Devonne. You're good too?
I am awesome.
Okay. According to the advertisement for this program, it said it is the most political talk show in St. Kitts.
No, he never said that.
What the advertisement say?
He didn't say it is the most political talk show in St. Kitts. He said it is a political talk show.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for correction.
You're welcome.
Yeah, political talk show. Now let me go here. I am for sports and anything that would make the spectators comfortable, also the participants. But which one do you think should have number one priority? The school for the children or the stadium?
Well,
That's one.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, go ahead. You were saying something. Go ahead, and then I'll come in again.
When you said what school, I was asking what school in particular?
The Bastia Grammar High School.
Okay.
What was supposed to build under the farm administration? They stopped that. And they going to break down the old building. And that they stopped. Then they went down Johnson Long Path to break ground to build Smart Hospital. That they ain't got no photo. And then, shut up, man. Sorry about that. And they started to break down Mr. Bradshaw House to build museum that they unbreaks and pause. So how should Dr. Joe, the leader of the country, who is the prime minister, how should he expect anybody to believe him when from the beginning, when he take up office, he been telling a lot of untruth things to people? It cost the $500 that was being paid to people who are in need. Yes, the administration, the people who were dishing it out, they really abuse it because people who were not supposed to get, they were getting. So I'm going to give them the lash. And he said the $500 was a waste. Yes, some of it was a waste because, like I said, some people who did not deserve it, they were getting it. And he said he was going to give $1,500. Well, that's another untruth. And now we come in again, breaking ground for this and breaking ground for that. Now the water part, now let me go with the water. The money that they're going to build stadium, what happened to a desalination plant? They could get one so long with the money. And when they get the desalination plant, then we will have water for people because up Monkey Hill last week, Monkey Lane had water for about 4 days. And hygiene is very important. So when no water around, what they want people to do?
All right.
He got to come better than that. And this is the last thing I'm gonna say. Buckley's estate where I born and raised. Up Buckley's had 4 reservoirs, 1 with a cover and 3 uncovered. And the water that goes into those reservoirs come from Alois gut, which we call source. And up to now, when rain fall, all the water goes down to the bay. So that water there could have been stored and used for people who need water. Thank you, Devonne.
All right, Colin, thank you for your contribution to the program. The phone lines remain open, and we are taking your calls 465-2555 or 718-577-2916. Caller, thank you so much for your contribution to the program. Do we have any more callers on the line? You made mention of the Bastia High School. The Prime Minister, in his at the round table discussion, one of my colleagues asked a question surrounding that, and he made mention of the cabinet meeting some 2 weeks ago. So 2 weeks from last week, Tuesday, they met to go over the plans on the Bastia High School in terms of its construction. So they met 2 weeks ago, and they went over the plans in terms of the construction of the Bastia High School. And he also spoke about in terms of some of the monies that have been dispersed on the Bastia High School and some of the, let me say, challenges that they have had. But he made mention of monies that have been spent. But he did say that the government is working or taking it very seriously, and they intend to construct the Bastia High School. I would agree with people when they say that it has been a very long time. It has been over a decade that the school has been unoccupied, closed. And of course, with that, it begs the question, when are we going to see the completion of the Bastia High School? So I would agree with anyone when you say that it has been a long time. It is time now for that school to be completed. For me, I'm not going to compare the construction of a new stadium to the construction of a school. I would say, and this is my view on it, I would say both go hand in hand, because you have education and sports, and education and sports, they go together. Right? I understand what you say about priorities, but for me, I would say the construction of a stadium, a sporting stadium, football, and due to the fact that we have a lot of people in St. Kitts who are interested and have been doing a lot in the area of football, I see it, the stadium that is, as an investment. as an investment in the talent that we have here in the country, and as an opportunity for those people who have the talent to capitalize and to grow, to develop, personally, professionally. It's 11:28, and you're listening to The Edge. I am Devonne, Cornelius, and thank you for joining me on the program for today. The phone lines are open. Let's take some more calls. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Hello, caller. Good morning. You're on the air.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, caller. Go ahead. Talk. Go ahead.
It was a tip.
Sorry, I'm not hearing you clearly, caller.
I was saying good morning.
Yes, I said good morning to you already.
And how are you?
I'm doing fine, thanks.
And how was your weekend?
It was great.
Okay. I went to church, so that don't mean I cannot call in. You can't hear me?
I'm hearing you, yes. Go ahead, talk.
I agree so much with culture. Because the treasury want to finish and move them big board. The people going to get knocked down.
Yes, when you call, head straight to making your point. I can hear you. If I can't hear you, I will let you know if I can't hear you. But when you call, head straight to making your point, because remember, we have to be mindful of other people who are trying to get in as well, as they too are on the waiting line. The phone lines are open. Let's head back to Anthony's
Hello?
call. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Good morning.
You cut me off, you know.
Hello, caller. No, caller, I didn't cut you off. You need to call, make your point. But the long pauses, they really don't help us. So when you call, you can't be making these long pauses, because I can't tell whether you're still talking or not. So as I said, when you call to make your contribution, call, say what you have to say, and we'll allow other callers to get in. The phone lines are open, and we're taking your calls at 465-2555 or 718-577-2916. It is 11:30. I think we can take a break now, and when we come back, we'll continue our conversation for today.
From the heart of ZIZ Radio comes a political talk show like no other. The Edge, with host Devonne Cornelius giving you his take on the biggest stories happening in governance today. Got something to say? Let's hear it. Give us a call at 869-465-2555, Monday to Friday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon. One solid hour of in-depth analysis of the machinery that makes our country tick. The Edge, cutting into the matters at hand.
But Jeff, you leaving already, boss? You sure you could drive after them drinks?
Yeah, I could handle it, yeah. And if they far from here, I'm gonna take my time.
Oh my God! Jeff, you're gone! I told you not to drink and drive!
The problem with drinking and driving is the morning after. Drink responsibly.
This message was brought to you by the St. Kitts Nevis National Council on Drug Abuse Prevention in collaboration with SKNIS.
Hello and welcome back to The Edge here on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. I'm your host, Devonne Cornelius. The phone lines are open, and we're taking your calls at 465-2555 or 718-577-2916. It is 11:32. If you're just tuning in, I introduced the conversation with the construction of the new football stadium. I think we have some more callers, so let's head back to the phone lines. Hello, caller. Good morning, and welcome to the program.
It's fault from you. And if you don't want me to call, tell me. Because your
Caller, let's not.
Is from you.
Caller, let's not do the back and forth. Let's not do the back and forth. If you want to make a contribution, you are free to do so. You are free to do so. I am not denying you the opportunity to call and make a contribution, but what I will not do is have a back and forth with you on the airwaves. It will not happen. You can call back, make your contribution, of course, but call and say what you and make your contribution. But when you have the long pauses, remember we have other callers who want to get in, and we're on the air. So if there's this long pause, I would think that you're probably not on the line anymore. So call and make a contribution. Don't call back and try to have a back and forth with me, because it will not happen. But thank you for your contribution. It's 11:33 and you're listening to The Edge. We take some more calls at 465-2555 or 718-577-2916. As I was saying just before the caller, we were speaking about the new stadium and the strategies for resolving water issues. Let's take this call. Hello, caller, you're on the air.
Hello, good morning, Devonne.
Good morning. Welcome to the program. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm a fellow Kiddishan. I was born in the Federation, but I'm residing in New York. It's appalling for me to hear that Sinkers have a shortage of water. Because when I grew up, we didn't have no running water in houses. Everybody had to go to a standing point and pick up water, and we had an abundance of water. And over time, the island have modernized, and now people have running water in their house. But I think the government have the wrong priorities. There's no way Sinkers should be running out of water. Because up there in the Greek, we had 3 reservoirs in the Greek area up by the hospital. And when hurricane come, we had so much water that just used to run just to the ocean. They never collected. So it's a shame to see today Sinkers have a water problem, and I don't understand it. Thank you.
All right, caller. Thank you so much for your contribution to the program. It is 11:34. The phone lines remain open. We're taking your calls, 465-2555 or 718-577-2916. If you're just tuning in and you missed what we are on, the government looking at strategies for resolving water issues, and the construction has commenced on a new football stadium in Connery. These are the 2 areas that we are focusing on in terms of what is happening here in St. Kitts and Nevis. It's 11:35, but we want to hear from you, so call us and lend your contribution to the discussion for today. Do we have any callers on the line? All right, so I was making the point earlier about water conservation, and if we are serious, if we say that we are serious about saving water, we must have some sort of water storage facility. The caller made a point, and again, thank you for your contribution, but he made a point that he was saying, growing up, you remember going out, they had no running water in the house, so going out into the community, I think you're referring to going at the dams and what have you, and the tanks in the community to full water. And he was suggesting that back then there wasn't really an issue in terms of having water. That is his count of what took place then. But apart from the climate change, it also has to do with planning, and it also has to do with our behavior. As I mentioned in my last week, our behavior and our mentality towards the conservation of certain things, electricity and water, but in this case, water. This is not me in any way whatsoever trying to shift the focus per se, or to try to, let me say, go against the fact that yes, there are people who have been without water, but there are still certain things that must form part of the conversation when we're talking about providing clean, potable water to our people. Storage, better planning, those things must be a part of the conversation. We have a call on the line? Okay, I think we have another one. Yeah. Hello, caller, you're on the air. Good morning. Hello, caller, you're on the air. Good morning. I'm not hearing that caller. Let's take this one. Hello, caller, good morning. You're on the air. Hello, caller, you're on the air. Good morning. Okay, we lost those callers. Apologies for that. You can call us back. 465-25. Sorry. Call us back. 465-2555 or 718-577-2916. Are we having some difficulties with the phone lines? Because we had a few callers who came in and we were unable to hear them. Let's take a short break. And when we come back, we'll see if we can get that issue sorted. We'll take this break and we'll be right back. All right, let's take this call. Caller, good morning. Welcome to the program. We're not getting that caller. Is the call on the line? Let's take this one. Hello, caller. You're on the air. Good morning. No caller? Okay. Guys, let me apologize. We are experiencing some difficulties with the phone lines. But please keep trying to get in. 465-2555 or our overseas line, which is 718-577-2916. Again, I apologize for the inconvenience caused. We are experiencing some difficulties with our phone lines, but keep trying. We'll see if we can get you in. We have any on the line right now? Let's see if we get this one. Hello, caller, you're on the air. No? Okay, we didn't get that. So I was speaking to things that must form part of the conversation when we're talking about saving water. I made the point earlier about storage facilities, and in constructing buildings today, 2024, and this is not just for residential properties, but this is also for commercial properties, proper storage must also be included. Some people would make the argument that you may not be able to afford it, fine, but find a way to include it in the budget. And so if you're going to spend money in another area that you don't necessarily need, you need water. And so spending money to ensure that you have proper storage at your residential or commercial property is also very important. But this, I think what needs to be said as well, and as I mentioned, it has a lot to do with our mindset and how we treat these precious resources. And sometimes I myself, I'm guilty of it, where we waste a lot of water. We waste a lot of water, and our mindset must begin to change. We must begin to make that change if we are serious about adapting to climate change. I don't want to get into the back and forth with suggesting that the water shortage has nothing to do with the effects of climate change and the harsh impacts of climate change. I'm not going to get into that because we can see and we know, and the information is there. What I want to say, or what I want to talk about, and what you, the callers, have been talking about, is what are we going to do? Who is going to lead the effort to ensure that we have water 24/7 in 2024? We ought to have water 24/7. But we can't just continue to say we want water or we must have water 24/7. We must begin to do what is necessary to ensure that we have water 24/7. And if that includes better planning from our water officials, if that includes more funds being injected by the government, if that includes storage facilities for residential and commercial properties, then we must do that. All of these things must be a part of it. We can't do one and leave out the other, or do two and leave out the other, or do none and expect to get a different result. It cannot be like that. We're still trying to get some callers in. Again, if you're just tuning in, we are experiencing some difficulties with the phone lines. We're not hearing you guys when you call. I sincerely apologize. Let's try to check this caller. We have a caller?
Yeah, Devonne.
Okay, I'm hearing you.
Yeah, I'm hearing you too. Devonne, it's a burning shame to see our national radio station got problem with the telephone. Because since last year, myself and two other customers, we were complaining with the nonsense what they let happen to our telephone.
All right, caller, thank you. Let's take this call. Hello, caller, you're on the air.
Hello, Devin.
Yes, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm calling you back. I talked to you about 5 minutes ago. Yeah, I'm glad that you elaborate on my point. See, when Sink is building all those mega hotels, they never planned for water, was never in the plan, because there's no way. When I was on Frigate Bay, didn't have no hotel. Frigate Bay was never developed. All the hotel was in like Bastia area. And when they build them mega hotels, they take a tremendous amount of water for their needs. And the government should have think about that long time ago before this problem come. And the planning for the island was shocking. They didn't do a good job of planning. So now we're suffering the consequences. No way when I was growing up think it should be short of water. We had an abundance of water. All right, Devin.
All right, caller. Thank you so much for your contribution. Let's take this call. Hello, caller. Good morning. You're on the air.
Yeah, what happened there?
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. I hear you.
Yes, go ahead and make your point.
I was saying it. And then everybody know when the current gone, you landline can't work, you know. All of a sudden, they do what they do. That is how they hook it up. But anyway, better will come. No, I've been saying this for years. When you look up, and when rain is falling, and you look up on the top of Mount Loyamigo Mountain, the amount of water shooting off and going down to the sea. Up there look like Niagara Falls. And I've been saying that they should do something to trap that water, that portion of water that's coming off of Mount Loyamigo Mountain. And nothing has been done up to now. So we could have many reservoirs catching that water from that mountain. And now see we're scrabbling. Anyway, Devon, thank you.
All right, caller, thank you for your contribution to the program. Let's say this on the call. Hello, caller, you're on the air.
Good morning, Devon. Sorry about that. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, first I always want to thank God for the Federation of St. Kitts Nevis. Want to thank God for the rain, beginning the showers of blessing. And I believe this going to bring our water problem to some solution. You know? And come to the rest scholars, them some more water cut should have built for you, like the culture does say. But I want to tell the overseas scholar that the amount of house, because over 50 years is our season, he saying he come back to St. Kitts for over 50-something years or 40-something years, that the amount of development going on in this country, when he out there, all these huge projects and all these things the government put down, you know, he said a lot of water was back here. I know a lot of water was back there in the 70s and coming up when I was a little boy. You had water all over. You had source. But can't you? Climate change has done a lot of damage to the water system. We're getting less rain now. Sometimes we don't even get sufficient rain to help the aquifer toting. Because sometimes whole year we just get just a limited amount of rain. So, you know, Devon, we just got to pray that things come better with the water system, because government come, government go, this same water system problem we had all the time. I mean, can't to them, we should have done put something in place. Build more tank. When the tank can't to put a culture, we just start there, build more tank and all these things. And I want to tell the female caller, when she calling in, Listen, she must learn to listen to people, listen to you, with what you're saying. The phone line really give me some trouble, too. Because I try to get in all the time and he just blinking out all the time. He just ring once and he blink out. So, she must learn to listen. You're trying to explain to her and she don't listen at all. Okay then, Brother Devonne.
All right, caller, thank you for your contribution. Let's take some more calls. We lost that one. 465-2555 or 718-577-2916. Again, caller, thank you for your contribution. We will begin wrapping up to make way for the ZIZ Midday Newscast. If you're just tuning in, you're listening to The Edge for Monday, April 15th. Hello, caller. Good morning. You're on the air.
Yes, good morning, and how are you? I'm watching you live and direct on my TV technology. Hi.
Right.
Yes, what happened, right? Someone of me was speaking on Saturday, and they say, they're trying to take the hospital water and must say, refine it, build something, maybe go way down by the seaside and catch it and send it back to some kind of refinement, but they were saying that ain't good. They say maybe we'll get sick in the end of the day, in the long run. What they were saying, they got a place in the state, got Uber Dam. Mr. Wahini in culture shouldn't know about it because he went up there. And they say that there for years, maybe before my mother born. And it's still going on till today. But we build it, I don't know, but they should take a page from that instead of go take this hospital water trying to refine it and send it back to the pipeline. And then they say what happened, they're going to rotten out the thing them too, the lining, the pipeline. So I don't know who get to come with the idea, Mr. Canvas, like somebody come up with something to him. I say, the person say, nada, that is not good enough at all. Say, go, do something like the Uber done, and then try to take it from there. They got computer now, they could log on and log in and see maybe get an idea how it was, build up and so. And that's the only way we might get a little better water. Not the water we're coming from the base and then, oh my gosh.
All right, caller. Thank you so much.
You're going to mess us up at the long run.
Thank you. Thank you for your contribution to the program. It's 11:50 and you're listening to The Edge here on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. I'm Devonne Cornelius, and thank you so much for joining me on the program. We have a few minutes left before we wrap up our conversation for today. The phone lines remain open, so call us at 465-2555 or 718-577-2916. Those are the numbers you call to participate in the conversation as we begin to wrap up. So I think the caller was kind of speaking to desalination, and that desalination basically is reverse osmosis, and it is to separate the water molecules or the fresh water from the seawater to get it to be potable, drinkable, and it has proven to be safe in terms of using this water for other things that whether it's washing or whatever, what have you. But desalination, a caller asked about, and I'm just remembering the question, he asked about us here in St. Kitts and Nevis constructing a desalination plant. The Prime Minister spoke to that during his roundtable on Tuesday, and he mentioned that that plant, the development of the plant, will be in the Keys area. And so that is him speaking on the water situation. Thank you guys so much for joining me on today's edition of The Edge. Thank you for your contribution, for sharing your views and your opinions. It was a very fruitful conversation, and I just want to say until next time, you guys continue to enjoy the rest of your Monday. Don't drink and drive, don't text and drive, and take care, take it easy out there. Coming up at noon is our midday newscast. Stay tuned.
Jeff, you leaving already, boss? You sure you could drive after them drinks?
Yeah, I could handle it, Ain't it too far from here. I'm gonna take my time.
Oh my God. Jeff, you're gone. I told you not to drink and drive.